good? It's your boy, Trouble T Roy. Hit Don't Get Hit Boxing Talk. Back with another one. And it goes. So, I'll try to be quick with this one. I always say that, but it's always like not quick. But I just wanted to respond to or give my reaction to Teofimo versus Jermaine Ortiz. I will tell you this right now before I get into it. If you don't like what I say about Teofimo, I'll probably be saying some things you don't like to be heard about Teofimo or whatever. So I would suggest if you got, if you're kind of, I don't know, what's the word? Sensitive. If you don't like your favorite fighters, I say this about all the fighters that I follow and things like that, because I'm a fan of boxing before I'm a fan of a fighter. There's only a couple of boxers that I rock with all the way, and there's only maybe 3 boxers that everybody knows I can't stand, because most of y'all can't stand them also. So, like I said, if you're sensitive and don't want to hear your favorite boxer critiqued, then this probably ain't the video for you, and we could just move on. Or you can move on, because I'm going to do my video anyways. But everybody knows I'm the same way with every boxer. If I feel like there's something that needs to be criticized, I am that guy that will criticize. I mean, I've done some people like Shakur Stevenson, my last reaction for him. It wasn't a good reaction for Stevenson, but guess what? He's one of my favorite fighters, and I'm going to treat him the same way I treat any other fighter. If I feel like you're off, or you wasn't all the way there, or maybe the boxer just isn't as good as people want to make him out to be, or he wants to make himself, I will be the one to, you could go through my videos and see. I'm a straightforward dude with everybody. So, okay, so right to it. I'll put my scorecard up. I ended up scoring it a draw at the end of it all. And my reasoning for scoring it a draw is because it's not because it was really, actually, it was because I didn't see Teal do enough. Well, I seen Teal do enough just to get a win, possibly. But at the same time, I can't even say that. I saw enough for a draw. Jermaine Ortiz didn't do enough, in my opinion. That's why Jermaine Ortiz didn't win. That's how I leave it. When you're in a championship fight and you are the challenger, you got to show up and show out. And the only reason I didn't have Jermaine Ortiz winning the fight is because in the second half of the fight, he didn't show out. He showed up defensively. He showed a different fighter that he could be. He showed he could make the adjustments for the different fights. We saw that defensively he was there, but offensively he just wasn't there enough, which led me to ending up with a draw. I would like to know how y'all feel about that. But yeah, and Teofimo is just like, you ain't cutting the ring. You letting Ortiz step to his right, away from your power hand. He's doing the same thing all fight. He did the same thing all fight, and Teofimo couldn't figure it out. And that's what bothered me about Teofimo's performance. And that's one of the things that's always bothered me about Teofimo. As good as I believe he is, I think he is one of the best out there when he is at his best. But little things like this is fundamentals you're not applying to your work. Letting the man step the same way for a whole fight you know, showboating. It's like I understand that you want to showboat, you want to entertain everybody, but the trying to pull the Lomachenko thing and go to the corner and invite him over to take off on you. It's like, no, he didn't land everything, but you look bad when he came to you. You know, little things like that. It's like you're an athletic fighter. Teofimo is very athletic, very athletic. That's how he really shines because of his athleticism. But as a boxer, the skill isn't the best. It could be if he works on certain things, but it just ain't the best. And I mean, it just is what it is. I mean, to me, I always call him inconsistent. I don't know which Teofimo I'm getting. You know what I'm saying? And your best wins really is probably Vasyl Lomachenko, who I think is probably the best guy that you fought, in my opinion. Rumors that he was hurt during the fight, so you can either give it or take it. You know, Josh Taylor, great win, but he coming off over a year layoff and an injury and a horrible performance before that to Catterall. So it's like, it basically looks like Josh Taylor was already kind of washed at this point, at least at 140. I believe he stayed at 140 for too long. I believe he's one of those guys. Just I believe Regis stayed at 140 too long to get the beating that he took from Devin. But Devin is a very talented fighter himself, so I'm not taking away the wins, but it's the I don't know, the timing that does it for me. It's like these guys are getting the fights at the right times. George Kambosos' win over Teofimo Lopez should not have happened. But Teofimo coming in with air in his chest and coming in looking for a knockout and a knockout only, and getting outboxed by George Kambosos, who could even pop a cherry against Devin Haney. It's like all these are just calculated wins, calculated fights that turn into wins, in my opinion. You know, so it's just one of those things for me. It's like, okay, this was a win, but it wasn't a great win really at all, in my opinion. I believe it's just weird because now I had to wait for the next fight. I had to wait for Teofimo's next fight. And then I'm interested in seeing what Jermaine Ortiz does in this next fight, because if he was able to adjust his style to be defensively the way he was against Teofimo, if he could work out the offense, his punch selection, be a little more aggressive, things like that, he could still be a problem, you know. Because if he was able to do that with Teofimo, who is the guy at the weight, as far as people say, then what can he do if he comes with the full package? Because we saw a great Jermaine Ortiz against Lomachenko up until he got tired. He gassed out, which is what we thought we was going to see against Teofimo. But he was consistent defensively consistent the whole fight. The offense just was not there the whole fight. I don't know if he gassed out or it was almost like he was in survival mode going into the second half of the fight, you know. So, it's really not much stock to really put into the fight. I mean, it wasn't the best Teo I've seen, and it wasn't the best Jermaine Ortiz I've seen. But it was a Jermaine Ortiz that if he consistently brought the offense into his game plan, he would have probably beat Teofimo. But if you want to be the champion, you got to beat the champion, and that's just how the sport is. You don't get no handouts. Well, some people actually do get handouts. We've seen that. But this was not one of those fights, you know. So, I mean, yeah, we'll see what happens. The future with Teofimo and the future of Ortiz and the future of the 140 division, because it's been all over the place over the last year. It's been crazy. So yeah, ain't much for me to say today though. I just wanted to check in with y'all real quick, see what y'all think, see if y'all agree, disagree, what y'all see could be done better from each fighter. And are these fighters as good as they claim? I mean, all those things kind of sit in with each other. So, yeah, y'all let me know. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. This is Trouble T Roy. Don't get hit boxing talk. It's just a little freestyle. So, yeah, hit me up and all that good shit. Peace.